Is this the silliest orc thing I've ever made? I think so. Hello and welcome to Dice and Demons. I'm Emma, and in this video I'm going to show you how I made this this silly can. It's sort of a tap dancing murderous tin can, complete with the arms that are sort of shaky because they're on a spring, and the arms are also posable, so you can like do this. And yeah, it's silly, and I don't even know what I'm what I'm going to do with it, but it was a lot of fun to make. So I'm going to show you how I did this. So I was originally just going to be painting this and building it like it's sort of supposed to be built, but then I got the idea, what if I detach the foot from the leg and then put it onto the body of the tin can, or the Killa Kan, with a piece of chain. And before I had, really considered what how I was going to do this, I had snapped the foot off and there was no going back. So I found a piece of spare chain lying around and I glued it in place. First on the body of the Killa Kan, and then afterwards on the foot. It then turned out, once I had actually just done that of course with just one chain the foot was just sort of pointing straight down towards the ground, and it didn't look really cool. So after I had done this, I attached a second chain to the front of the foot to make it a little bit more horizontal. It still doesn't hang quite straight, but I mean, yeah, who cares? It's this is not going to be a beautiful model anyway, it's just going to be a silly one, so there you go. Then to sort of hide the not so pretty joint between the chain and the body, I cut out a piece of plastic card and then bent it into a rough shape that I thought would match a piece of armor that could go on, I suppose it's sort of the hip joint. And once I was happy with that, I also cut in just a little bit of scratches in the armor plate to give it a bit more sort of visual interest. And then I simply put on some super glue, and I used quite a lot of super glue because I knew that the plastic card wasn't, I mean, it wouldn't like to be bent as much as it would need to be here, so I just put on a fair amount of super glue. I love super glue. It smells horrible, but it's so effective. It's great for impatient people like me. Once I was happy with the feet and how they were attached to the body and the armor plating, I got to thinking, what about the arms? I mean, I could just put the arms straight onto the body like you're supposed to, but that would sort of feel almost like a letdown now that I had spent so much energy making the feet silly. So I took a piece of wire and twisted it around a barbecue skewer to make a spring. I didn't have any springs lying around, so I thought, why not just make my own? I then glued that in place using even more super glue. I don't think I soon will have any super glue left. And then my original idea was to just glue the arm onto the spring, but then I was like, well, what if I want them, I want the arms to be poseable. How can I make that happen? So I took some more of the barbecue skewers. These are luckily made out of wood, so they're pretty easy to cut into shape. And I then just glued them onto the arm. It took a little bit of trial and error finding out how thick the stick should be. I wanted it to, have a firm attachment to the spring while also still being loose enough to actually be poseable. And it is, and it's I don't even have words. This is just this is silly. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. As you can see, I haven't painted it or anything yet, but I will do. I should probably have waited with attaching the feet until I had actually painted it, because now it's going to be really tricky to paint this well. But yeah, I didn't have the patience for actually waiting, so I didn't. So this was what I wanted to show you today, and if you have any questions or comments, you are of course more than welcome to leave them in the comments section. And if you haven't already, I would really appreciate if you liked this video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And also remember, you can follow me as Dice and Demons on Twitter and Instagram as well. Thank you so much for watching this one, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!